Hey, my name is BenX0G32, and this figure is absolute dog crap. Just kidding. Oh, now it's good. Transformers Studio Series Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction is probably one of the best Transformer figures I have seen in a long time. This figure is so good, and if you don't have it, please buy it. So it comes at the leader price point for the size of a Voyager. That's not a bit. This is a Voyager class size figure with a leader price point. And from the front of this figure, they nailed it. Like, just nailed it. Everything just looks so, I don't want to say perfect, but it's damn close, especially since this design is complete BS in the movie. Like, what? Like, how do you get from truck to the complete garbage? Anyways, in robot mode, from the front, the only real criticism I have here is down at the legs, mainly the tires, which it's not that big of a deal, get over it, and the smokestacks. I wish these could maybe folded down one more time, or I wish they concealed the smokestacks a little bit better. Other than that, I don't really have much to say about the looks. Besides, biggest problems with the robot mode here, which is the lack of silver paint in the front area, especially in the face. Like, it's really missing silver in the chest area, because it's down here at the legs, and it looks really nice. The front here could have used a lot more paint. And I know the Q has that as well. The Studio Series Q was released alongside this guy. It's just missing a lot of that silver paint, which isn't too bad. Like, it's a little ugly, but that just stops the, paint chipping when transforming it and stuff. So I'm not too upset about that. And now let's get to the figure's biggest controversy. Holy mother of crap, that is a backpack the size of Africa, and it doesn't bother me at all. This literally doesn't bug me at all, because this design is complete bullshit. Like, oh, but what about Galvatron? What about Age of Extinction Galvatron? Galvatron also sacrificed the truck mode a lot. This guy did not sacrifice the truck at all, and oh my god, they look so good together. Now, I will say this guy is an absolute legend. This figure slaps, but this figure is also slapping in its own right. They're very good in very different ways, I think. But no, this Galvatron figure is actually psychotic. Like, what? Can you believe? Do you see a truck in this thing? I don't see a truck in this thing. Oh, no, he fell over. This guy says, nah, plain as day truck, which isn't bad, especially compared to the previous ones, which is what we're gonna do now. So here is this clean ass toy. The two leader classes that he subserves, it is completely better than both of those. Those figures are. Here is the new leader class Studio Series next to the original Voyager class Knight Optimus Prime. Now, a lot of people still really like this toy, and that's completely fine. I think that this is still a good figure, but in my opinion, the leader class absolutely washes this figure. And it's mainly because the improved articulation is killer, which we'll get to in a second. That transformation is psychotic on this figure, and I do think that the kibble is better managed on this guy as opposed to this guy. They have about the same amount of dumpy on their back, but I think that the leader class handles the kibble better than the Knight one. Because, the Knight Optimus Prime here doesn't have a lot of kibble on the back, but literally has a truck on his legs. As opposed to him, which is just a lot better handled. They're about the same width, but this looks more intentional than a truck on the leg, if that makes sense. Improved articulation, improved proportions as well, better-ish paint for the most part, but also it's lacking a lot of paint details, like the flames on the chest and the eyes are kind of garbage. And, other than the silver paint, I think this guy basically washes the Voyager class, which is basically exactly what I wanted from this toy. So I cannot complain too much about the look or the feel of this thing. This thing feels so good to handle. It's bulky and it feels very quality. and I really love how this guy looks and feels. Moving into the articulation for this guy, we have a ball joint here at the head, so basically unlimited range up until these shoulder pieces block that. These shoulder pads can move up and they can swivel, and they're on a hinge, so they're basically on this double hinge system here with a swivel, and that allows the arm to go out that far, about that far, yep, and then they're allowed to rotate all the way around. They're allowed to swivel all the way around, and there's a double bend at the elbow. Very nice. Wrists can swivel and they can move like that. So yes, sword wielding wrists are a thing, even though it looks kind of poo-poo, but this was an intentional thing, and I really do appreciate that. Hands can open. Yet again, very appreciated feature. No individual finger or anything, which it's okay. There is a limited waist swivel. Limited, but it's fine. You can go about that far and that far, but be careful. If you do the waist swivel a little too much, this chest piece does tend to kind of untab a little bit. Not the end of the world. The skirts are on hinges, so they can all hinge up and stuff. So not that bad. Legs can move forward that far. They can move back about that far. The truck cable gets in the way, but it is also on a hinge here, so you can totally move it out of the way a little bit, which is very appreciated and very good design. The person who designed this thing needs a raise, because some of the stuff on this thing is just incredible. The thigh can swivel. The knee can bend 90 degrees, and now let me drop him and bring in the Voyager class. When I say improved articulation, eat that, bitch. 90-degree knee bend. The foot is on a swivel, and it can pivot as well, and it is a hell of a pivot. That is awesome. So the articulation on this guy, double thumbs up for me for the most part. It's very standard for a Transformer figure, but there are points where this thing absolutely excels with those hands, opening hands that doesn't come on every Transformer. The sword-wielding wrists are awesome, and that pivot is killer diller. So you can get this guy in some real wide stances, some really great poses. Now I'm going to talk about a feature that a lot of people, including myself, just kind of write off as complete garbage. The backpack. You can remove this. I guess I'll show you it. You can take this whole section off. It's on a mushroom peg right here, so you can just... There we go. And it comes off very easily. It was obviously intended to come off. And I'm going to be honest, from the front, it looks the same. And then you turn it around and, oh, wow, that looks really bad. He looks worse. He can't function the way he was designed. And honestly, this is a complete garbage feature. Keep the backpack on. Yeah. Accessories for the Knight Optimus Prime here is basically everything you could want from Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. You get the Sword of Judgment, which is looking hella better than that limp dick carrot from the Voyager class. By the way, I lost that, so no comparison. But it's a nice looking sword. It's in gray plastic, and my light is just... The camera's having a stroke trying to capture the detail. Lots of details. Looks really nice. The pommel's all there. Everything is there. The red looks great. You get the shield, which does open up, unlike the Voyager, but I do have the Voyager class shield. So here's that. This is a weird shield. It's blue, like baby blue. Yeah, this garbage. This one can open up. You gotta remove each panel, and you just put them on the outside. Which I don't love this, but I think it's like okay. And then you can adjust it, and pew pew pew. I wish they kind of went the Unique Toys way, where you could just split. I'm not sure how they would do that, but this is okay, I guess. This is like the end of the world. You get a holster, which you can, slide the sword into. It's not a very tight fit, but it works, right? And what you're supposed to do with this is you're supposed to flip this back panel up, which is making the robot mode look infinitely dog shittier. And there's a port right here, and you just port that in there. And oh wow, the sword's being holstered on his back. This sucks. Let me show you how to do it good. Okay, so basically this accessory is complete garbage. Don't need it. Fold that back down. There's a spot in the truck here that's hollow. Take the sword and you just slide it down. Right. And oh wow, that looks literally so much better. This is the Voyager class did this too. The last night Voyager class, let me show you. There was a actual inbuilt holster in the Voyager right there. You see that? This is the worst accessory because I don't see the need for it like at all. Garbage. And this accessory is pretty nice too. It's the sword that he uses with his Galvatron battle, where he says, "You have no soul." This can port right here on the hand, which is technically not movie accurate. The hand is supposed to transform into the sword, but honestly, this looks better, so I am not complaining too much about that. But yeah, I think that looks really great. It's in a nice silver paint. I wish they would have taken the silver paint from the sword and maybe put it on the body somewhere, and maybe just have the sword be light gray plastic. But I mean, other than that, yeah. And I'll show you, I guess, a fully armored up Knight Optimus Prime here, and yeah, he just looks so good, man. He really does. One thing I think this figure has over the Unique Toys Challenger, which I do not have, but I would love to have, is that figure's a little boxy in terms of like the proportions. This toy, and I just can't believe it, from the front, which is basically what most of these Studio Series like humanoid figures try to do, like think about Lockdown, right? From the front, nailed it. They killed it. This is so good looking. This looks like he walked off the movie. It's kind of nutso, like how good they got this guy to look. It blows my mind. Super impressive as compared to actual garbage. Here is Optimus Prime. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta stand Galvatron up. I'm trying to work around the camera and stuff. Here's Optimus Prime compared to Black Magic Incarnate. Both of these figures are absolutely psychotic, and I love both of them a lot. They're very good figures. I'm not sure if the Knight Optimus reaches the levels that like Galvatron or Hot Rod reach here, but I do know one thing. This figure absolutely bangs still, and we'll get to it, but they look great together. Honestly, I don't really have any problems with them. Knight Optimus compared to Studio Series Grimlock, and these two look so god dang good together. I'm definitely transforming him into Dino mode. These two look fantastic together. Honestly, all their positives come together, and they just make each other better. I know they're like a couple, okay? These two make each other. They show the best out of each other. I love these two. They look fantastic together. They're displayed together on my shelf. They're absolutely fantastic. They make each other better figures. This transformation is nuts, and it pulls some crazy ass stuff, like the wheels coming out of the chest, some of the like beams it uses. It's amazing. It's great. I love how the legs become the cab, and overall it really is just like a phenomenal transformation. And now you understand why this figure is witchcraft. This truck mode is so pretty looking, man. This is wonderful to look at. Basically, it looks the exact same as the last Night Voyager class truck, except the silver rims make this truck look sexy. That's the only way I can put it. This truck is so good looking. Here's the comparison between the true truck modes, and when I said that these two trucks are the same, yeah, I meant that. They literally look the exact same, except the coloration's a little bit different. The flames at the front are a little bit more bold on this figure, and you could definitely tell they transform differently. There's a lot more panels in this guy, and the silver rims in this guy make this truck look a lot better. Also, make sure you get the top half. I didn't really talk about the transformation. Transformation on this thing, it's really, really good. it's really good, man. It is complex, intuitive, and really fun. The only thing I really have a problem with this truck mode is this little gray piece right here, but that's barely a complaint. I mean, would you have been mad about that? No. Those two gray pieces, it doesn't matter. The truck bed has some great detailing. Not great detailing, but great detail. Like, there is grates there. And I mean, other than like it being a little yappy, this is literally one of the cleanest mainline truck beds I have ever seen. Nice. I mean, like, this figure legitimately blows my mind that they were able to get this and make it this good looking. Like, I mean, the Voyager is pretty great, and it has a cleaner truck bed. Definitely has the cleaner truck bed. But, like, it feels hollow. You can feel that this is like cheapo and hollow. This? Nah. This truck is legitimately a beast. Also, I just now noticed it is officially licensed. Nice. Nice. Very cool. Both these guys are great. He feels so much heavier than him, though. It is a feel thing. Like, this feels so much better than this. This is bugging the shit out of me. I am so sorry. That does go down all the way. I'm just being bad at transforming it right now. There we go. Transforming this thing on camera was not fun, but that truck looks awesome. Very good truck mode. Yeah, you can store all the weapons on this truck. You can take the sword. There's a little port right here. There's a little slide. There's a little tab right here. And you can just tab that sword into the shield. Then you can take the sword and take the... what is this called again? And you can plug the shield onto the holster. Yeah, we'll call it a holster. And you can just take this all and slam it on the trailer hitch. And drop the truck. Slam it on the trailer hitch. Boom. It's not the most elegant weapon storage, but it works. Get rid of that. Next to Galvatron and Hot Rod. And this truck absolutely washes the hell out of this truck. Well, the black magic on this figure is amazing. It wasn't perfect. There's feet sticking out and it looks kind of like shit. This guy, none of that on this truck. Perfectly flat looking bad. Looks great. Absolutely amazing. And then Hot Rod, this is literally black magic. Beautiful looking. I think they all look very good together. Next to Grimlock, and holy shit, this figure is big. This is such a big boy. They look pretty great together, not gonna lie. They don't really share this in the movie ever. I guess, no, they do when they're driving, right? So yeah, that looks great together. If you were curious, SS86 Optimus Prime's trailer can slam on to the hitch. So yes, that looks awesome and makes me like SS86 Optimus' trailer even more than I already do. So good job. Overall, this figure absolutely slaps. It is such a good toy. I highly recommend to any Age of Extinction or The Last Knight fans. And if you hate those movies like I do, then I still but you like this design, I still recommend this figure. It is a wonderful, wonderful alternative, cheaper alternative to the Unique Toys one. Or if you missed on The Last Knight Voyager, definitely get this figure because it is a masterclass of Hasbro chug engineering. Incredibly well done. I love this vehicle mode. I love the robot mode. And overall, great figure to add to your collection. That is all for this video. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!